Sometimes after we've completed amazing JRPGs, we turn into that wee guy from Star Wars, Kylo Ren, and we shout more because we want more of these fantastic worlds. So yes, with that poor segue in mind, today we're going to look at 9 JRPGs with the best story DLC that you shouldn't skip. But before we get cracking on with the video, hello, John aka Chicken Fillets here. If you like JRPGs, story DLC, and a wee Scottish guy talk about it, well, please consider subscribing to the channel. Now, obviously, this isn't the be-all, end-all of lists. If there is any story DLC that I've missed out, well, obviously there will be. Let me know in the comments down below. So let's get cracking on with the first pick. So let's kick things off with a real heavy hitter. It's Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed. So this was developed by Monolith Soft, published by Nintendo, and it's available exclusively on Nintendo Switch. Now let's talk a wee bit about the story. So this is a prequel story set before the main events of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, bringing in elements from Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2 and 3 overall. We follow a brand new protagonist known as Matthew alongside fan favourites Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and Rex Xenoblade Chronicles 2, obviously the best protagonist out of the 3. Yes, I'm very biased towards this, and this ties all the games together in one fantastic package. So yes, when it comes to Future Redeemed, there is 3 different DLCs available for Xenoblade Chronicles across the 3 entries, but this is utterly fantastic. What made this special to me, and I think I mentioned this before in a previous video, is the fact that I got to play as my favourite Rex once again. Rex growing up into this, I want to say, a brute of a man. It is fantastic being able to play as Rex, this time with double swords. Then you've got Shulk as well as a party, and then you see the likes of Matthew as well, who is a really cool character within himself. There's also other characters which come along for the journey as well. Now, the great thing about this DLC is it is huge. It is massive. There is a lot of bang for your buck here, or pound, whatever, wherever you're from. This is massive. I mean, there's so much to do. Not only is there a main story, there is loads of side quests. Honestly, if this was released as, you know, the proper Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I think a lot of people would be happy with it. It's a fantastic DLC. It really does make a difference if you have played all 3 games. You know, I don't think I would recommend this one straight away if you haven't played all of the games together, you know, because you won't get... for me personally, I wouldn't have got all the references. You know, a lot of things wouldn't have twigged. But that aside, Future Redeemed, utterly fantastic. Now, talking about fantastic games, one of my all-time favourite games is Final Fantasy VII. Yes, I know it's a Chicken Fillets video. It's Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade in its episode Intermission. So, this was developed and published by Square Enix, and it's available on PlayStation 5 and PC, and it will be coming to Nintendo Switch and Xbox further down the line as of the time of recording. So, what is this game about? So this is a brand new story which takes place within the events of Final Fantasy VII Remake, not long after our party separates from Cloud, where we are playing as everyone's favourite ninja, Yuffie, who has infiltrated Midgar to steal a powerful materia from Shinra. Now this is fantastic because it brings in new characters, the likes of Sonon, and it also, you know, brings a new life into the original story of Final Fantasy VII. We see different elements play out between the story beats of the original because, you know, what we were aware of during our first playthrough of Remake or the original Final Fantasy VII is we follow Cloud after he falls off the Sector 5 Mako reactor and crashes through the church, blah blah blah, and we follow him from there. But this is taking place in between that. Yuffie is fantastic as well, and this was kind of displaying what the combat system could bring. We saw the likes of double team attacks with Yuffie and Sonon working in Paragon, And then on top of that as well, we got the utterly fantastic, and I will put my hands up and say that I played this way too much, is the amazing Fort Condor DLC. Man, I spent so much time on it. And see, when it came to Rebirth as well, yeah, I seeked all those games out. Yeah, Intermission was a fantastic bit of DLC. So there we go. Now, we've talked about the big publishers, but let's talk a bit about indie titles. So let's talk about Crosscode: A New Home. So this is developed by Radical Fish. It's published by Deck 13. And this game is released on PC, PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. So a little bit about this game. It is the epilogue expansion which continues Leah's journey from the original base game ending, and it also ties together unsolved threads from the previous title, and it gives you the dungeon. Yes, that dungeon that never really happens in the original Crosscode. You'll know what I mean. The raid, should I say. The raid. So, I've added this one in because Crosscode is a fantastic title overall. Admittedly, this is one that I've not played yet because it is on my wish list. Now, I love Crosscode, and the reason I've realistically put this in here is to remind myself to go buy this one. The journey of Leah. Leah is a fantastic character. The story which was built with Crosscode was one that always sticks with me. So realistically, I need to get my butt into gear, get this game DLC downloaded and get on it, because man, I want to get back to the world of Crossworld. Yes, that's the in-game world. I haven't got the title wrong. So yeah, if you have played this game, let me know what I am missing out on. Now, we're going to stick to some indie titles because, you know, we love indie JRPGs on this channel. And it's Sea of Stars, Throes of the Watchmaker, developed and published by Sabotage Studio, and it is released on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series S, X, and Nintendo Switch. So this is a story DLC where we explore the mysterious let's try again. Where we explore the mysterious Watchmaker's world, a little small miniature world made by the Watchmaker. Now with this as well, it's got a theme around carnivals. Yes, our characters have their powers stripped away and they become jugglers, acrobats, etc. This is fantastic. It brings the Sea of Stars charm to it. We're able to do platforming exploration with the hook that we are able to get from platform to platform. It has that amazing turn-based combat. You know what? Sea of Stars is fantastic. Anyway, it was one of my all-time favourite games of last year. I know it wasn't out last year, but that's when I played it fully in 2024. This is a cracking game, and it's free. Now, my remembering, I think you have to actually complete the base game before you can go straight into it. And to be honest with you, I don't think you would want to go straight into this DLC without playing the main story. I mean, it's kind of significant. But talking about indies, let's go one more indie game just now, and it's Chained Echoes: Ashes of Elrant. I hope I pronounced that right. Now, this was developed by Matthias Linda, published by Deck 13, and it's available on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, XS, and Nintendo Switch. I really need to find a way to get that shortened because I always get out of breath with it. Okay, let's talk a wee bit about the story. Now, this one, I will again put my hands up. I've not fully played this DLC yet because you have to buy it, but we are following on from the main story of Chained Echoes. It's post-game expansion back into the land of Volandis with new quests and new character development. There is new challenges and extended lore for fans who are looking for more of the game from the finale. Chained Echoes is a fan favourite when it comes to indie JRPG players. Now, I had my struggles with Chained Echoes. Now, I will put my hands up once again, like I've already said, it's not one that I've played a lot of. The reason for this is in the base game, I got stuck at a boss battle. There was a genie who kept on changing the elements, and it doesn't matter how many times I tried to beat it, always got my ass handed to me. So, but why am I, telling you to play this one? You know what? Chained Echoes, from what I played, is a fantastic game. loads of friends of the channel, like Luca from Fatal Gaming. If you want to know more about indie titles, indie JRPGs, etc., he is also your man. Also, he's Star Ocean 5 premier German enthusiast. Yeah, we all know that by now. But yeah, it is a fantastic game. And you know what? If you've already played this, I haven't, want more out of this story, get on this one. So, a game which I had completed this year. Now, will we call this? Yes, this is another indie one. I didn't realise it fell under the indie realm, but yes, it does. So it's Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. Now, there is multiple story DLC packs with this. So this one is developed by Rabbit and Bear Studios, published by 505 Games. Here we go with the systems: PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch. So this follows the story of Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, but it hones on 3 different characters from the story. So there is Marissa, Sane, and Marcus. So Marissa and Sane are like the 2 parts of the main 3 characters that you play as in the game. And Marcus, the King of the Dead, who's a bit comedic at the same time, get their own narrative stories. So with this as well, it fleshes out those cast members, a bit more backlog of those characters. This year I played Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes after multiple attempts of playing this game, and I fully fell in love with this title. I think that this is a fantastic idea, being able to focus in on these characters, especially the likes of Marissa and Sane, who have got significant parts to play in Eiyuden Chronicles. So there we have it. Now, I wanted to include this next piece of DLC because it has slightly controversial ties to it. So let's get on with it. So it's Persona 3 Reload episode, I Guess The Answer. Now this was developed by Atlus, published by Sega Atlus, and was released on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. So this is the remake of The Answer from Persona 3 FES, or FES, however you want to say it, and it centres around Aigis, who is the protagonist of the post-game story. Now, Aigis is the robot character who defends our main protagonist in the main game. I'm getting around this, yeah, and we're exploring the abyss of time, and there is new combat DLC, etc. Right, so why has this got a bit of controversy? So, as you can tell, that this game's generally a remake. Persona 3 Reload is a remake if you didn't know by now. I mean, I'm sure you know by now. But the controversy here is that when this game was released, Reload was released, one of the main points of contention was that the answer wasn't included. Now, I knew this was going to happen because it's Atlus being Atlus. This is what they do. And they basically made this part, which is a part of Persona 3 FES, as DLC. If you were to buy Persona 3 FES for your PlayStation 2 or, digital download, etc., you would have the complete package where you would have the main base game and then you would have the answer on top of that once you completed it, or vice versa. You could play it whatever way you want. But Persona 3 Reload, no, you have to pay this. You have to pay for it. Now, my remembering of looking up the price, it's not cheap either. Now, last time I looked at it was about £35, £30, and that's pretty pricey for, DLC, which was, available in the base game of the PS2 version. Yeah, I mean, Persona 3 Reload's a fantastic game. There's nothing that can't be said about it. It's amazing. A bit shady with that, but you know what? If you have played this and if you've loved it, let me know in the comments down below. Now, a DLC story that I absolutely love, and I'm bringing up Xenoblade Chronicles again, is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country. Once again, developed by Monolith Soft, published by Nintendo, and it's exclusive to Nintendo Switch. So this is a prequel story set 500 years before the event of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and it follows the story of Laura, who is touched upon within the main story, Jin, who is a major antagonist within Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and Adam, who is also foreshadowed within Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and it shows the events of what happened to the land of Torna and how the war between the Aegis actually came to be. Now, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn as a Golden Country is absolutely fantastic. Again, similar to Xenoblade Chronicles 3 at the start of this video, it is massive. There is such a massive wide scope of area to explore. There is loads of side quests that you can do, and the story in general is fantastic. Now, again, this is one that I would highly recommend that you play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 first, because you see all the ties of the characters. What I also love about this is how it shows how Jin really became how he became, how Jin really became an antagonist, and his struggles and his loss, it's a fantastic story. And what was also amazing with this is this was released as a physical copy, and it's one of my favorite pieces that I've got in my Nintendo Switch collection. Utterly fantastic. I always recommend this one to all my friends to play, etc., because it's just so damn good. I mean, that's the long and short of it. Now, finally, one of my all-time favourite JRPGs. One, again, mired with controversy, but I love it either way. It's Final Fantasy 15 and its story DLC. So I'm including all the DLC content available for this. So it's developed and published by Square Enix. It's available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So the DLC has various episodes. So it focuses on the companions to Noctis. So we've got episode Gladios, episode Prompto, episode Ignis, and also the antagonist, episode Arjun. So this has various different aspects to each story. So the likes of episode Gladios, we follow him as he disappears from the group in the main story, and to basically become stronger. So he feels that he is the proper shield to his king, and we go up against a classic reimagined foe in the Final Fantasy lore of Gilgamesh. Then we've got episode Prompto, where we find more about this upbeat character with difference in the gameplay, because with this, it's all about gunplay. Yep, we've got a Final Fantasy where we're launching bazookas at the enemy. I mean, it's ace. I love that DLC. Then there's episode Ignis, which, the gameplay with this is fast-paced. There's lots of really quick exploration, so you're able to use your grappling hook to get onto various parts of the buildings in this war-torn area. And the combat switch-ups that you could do with this is ace. Now, the episode Arden DLC, this is the one where I kind of, it's alright, sort of, that's a kind of feeling I have. It's alright. The story beats in this where it, tells you the past of Arden Azunia. It makes you really appreciate the antagonist more, understand his struggles, and, the harsh realities which have been given to him. The only reason a bit about it is because I felt when you were in the city of Insomnia, it kind of took you away from the main story beats. Yes, it does link up, but it was just kind of like get to point A, point B, do this fight, do this fight, do this fight, again, that's me. So, and it did mention why is it controversial. So, the whole controversy about Final Fantasy 15 is that, well, it was an incomplete game. I love Final Fantasy 15, but when it got released, there was a lot not completed with it. This fills in a lot of the gaps, and a lot of people could say, well, I don't want to be spending my hard-earned cash on DLC where they should have actually included a lot of this information in the main game. I can totally agree with that. But the way I played it last year was I played it via the Royal Edition, which includes all the episodes, and I played it on the Steam Deck. And man, that was a game changer. Being able to take Final Fantasy 15 on the go and experience these DLCs. Utterly fantastic. So, with that all said and done, those are 9 JRPGs with fantastic story DLC. Now, obviously, like I said at the beginning, there's going to be some of them I missed out. So you know what to do. Let me know in the comments down below about DLC that I've missed out. And if you like what you've been hearing and seeing on this channel, please help me grow it by liking, sharing and subscribing. And if you want to be kept up to date with everything Chicken Fillets, you know what to do. Hit that notification bell. This has been John, aka Chicken Fillets, and until next time, Tatty bye.